and that's how it goes. You never ever know about the NWO. Yeah, I'm deep behind enemy lines for October 19th, 2020. So, Sunspot Alert. Yeah, that's right. Didn't I bring up that the other day here on my channel and give you a heads up, bring you up to speed once again? Yeah. Back on October 14th, I issued a sunspot alert, and now, today, that sunspot is now pointing directly towards Earth. More Earth changes and geopolitical upheaval, and another update to the New World Order from the No Link News Desk. Move over, harp-tards. You will not see this earthquake prediction or earthquake news from Doomsday Dumbass Disinfo Dutchie's Magic 3D Earthquake Crystal Ball first. So in case you miss it, or you want to wait around for sloppy seconds from Dumbass Disinfo Doomsday Dutchie, let's get to the science of things today. Back in 1998, I was listening to the radio show Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. And his guest, grabbed me and caught my attention and pretty much made sense when Mitch Petros rocked the global warming Agenda 21 community with his space weather forecast equation. And it went something like this on how he used the charged particles, the electromagnetic radiation and cosmic rays from outer space to forecast earthquakes. And his equation in 1998 went something like this. Sunspots trigger solar flares. Solar flares trigger the Earth's magnetic field to shift. A shifting Earth's magnetic field triggers the ocean currents to shift and the jet stream currents to shift. Shifting jet stream currents and shifting ocean stream currents trigger extreme weather and human disruption. So bringing you back up to speed today, you never know here at No Link News. That's right. Sources now indicate that, well, hold on a second. Let me grab the tabs and move around over here to bring it in to see. Well, yeah, what do I mean about sunspots? Well, let's take a look at this latest sunspot picture. There we go, right there, pointed directly at Earth today. As a matter of fact, before I go back to and switch over to show you that over the last few days that the X-ray flux here, maybe if I can get this in the screen to work correctly. Gotta fit this in. Move it over a little bit. All right. So over the last 24 hours or so, we've had a numerous amount of solar activity, as you can see in the B class range. And yesterday we had a B class flare. But if you take and expand out to the 7-day outlook, come on, why don't I want to zoom over that way? There we go. We go to the 7-day out chart and show you that the sunspot, as I had warned or forecasted, would grow larger since the 14th, and on the 16th, it produced a C-class solar flare, but now we're seeing B-class solar flares being Earth-directed, and yeah, we're seeing a lot of geomagnetic activity. Real-time data stream indicates that we're seeing the solar wind speeds picking up, which also triggers earthquakes from the magnetic field shifting. But who am I to point that out, dumbass disinfo Dutchie? Since obviously we go back to his alerts or major earthquake warnings for California, or the Juan Fucon plate. Yeah, well, this major plate today, we're going to be moving in today in just a little bit here. Show you some of the magnetic flux going on the Earth's ionosphere. Yeah, the geomagnometer shows a little bit of an arc right there, an arc jet. So that may be about the exact same precise time, about 8 hours ago. Interesting. Seeing a magnetic flux during a earthquake. So, just showing you some of the geomagnetic interactive activity on the map. We'll move into and see if it generates any stations are picking up anything live right now. Okay, come on, Mr. Computer, speed up. You're slowing down on me here. So we're seeing right there some, at this station right here, the hourly range, boom, right there you go. Oh, that's some old data there. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it's some old data. That's for August. This is October. What's August? All right, I'm sorry. The geoactivity map is not up to date speed there. So we want to go here to show you that the shake map, 7.5 magnitude, occurring simultaneously back here. We go to Soho, show you the magnetic image of the sunspot pointed towards Earth, triggering and coincidentally occurring at precise time of a strong earthquake. Is this sunspot cracking up? Well, astronomer Alessio Andro Bianconi pointed his solar telescope at sunspot AR 2776. The active region appears to be cracking up. A bright canyon of light, also known as a light bridge, is opening in the sunspot's primary core. The bridge is about 5,000 miles long, roughly equal to the diameter of Mars. This dimensions make it an easy target for backyard solar telescopes. The nature of the light bridges is not fully understood, but some research suggests that magnetic fields at the base of light bridge are busy crossing and reconnecting, and at the same explosive processes that spark solar flares. Does this mean that AR 776 will explode and quietly fall apart? And were these explosions more important enough that the magnetic fields triggered a shift in the magnetic fields and an earthquake in Alaska. That's something we need to think about, no doubt about it, here at spaceweather.com. And moving back into the mix, we're going to zoom into the epicenter of the earthquake, which shows it to be underwater, Doomsday Dumbass Dutchie. Yeah. Obviously, we can go to the satellite map, but obviously in this shake map, there is virtually very little population that this major earthquake occurred today affecting. But who am I to point out, Dumbass Dutchie, once again, as we zoom in and around and over, not too many people that, live out in that neck of the woods, even though it is known as, well, let's see what the USGS says about this region. But obviously, we know by the latest and last week's events, we can go and see in the last 30 days. But, yeah. The regional information for this area is the Aleutian Arc extends approximately 3,000 kilometers from the Gulf of Alaska to the east of the Comanche Peninsula. So this arc results in westward transition of relative plate motion from trench normal, i.e. compressional. This is what dumbass Doomsday Dutchie still has his head stuffed up his ass about with his seismic pressure earthquake transfer theory, Seismic pressure. We call it compression, dumbass Dutchie, here at No Link News. So, I wonder if you figured into the mix that the direction of this plate, relatively fixed North American plate, and the Pacific plate is moving northwest at a rate that increases roughly 60 millimeters a year. And the arc's eastern edge moves about 76 millimeters a year near the western terminus. So the eastern Aleutian Arc extends from the Alaskan Peninsula east to the Fox Islands in the west. And motion along this section of the arc is characterized by arc perpendicular convergence, not seismic pressure earthquake transfer theory with your little red lines drawn along the plates there, dumbass Dutchie, because your doomsday subduction plate theory has just been shattered as the region exhibits intense volcanic activity and a history of megathrust earthquakes. So, as we see the Pacific plate being thrust and compressed against the North American plate, dumbass Doomsday Dutchie, we see a lot of big earthquakes here all the time. But dumbass Doomsday Dutchie did not forecast an earthquake for Alaska. I'd like to point that out. Even though, as you can see over the last 30 days, how this convergence and compression of these plates, form an outline of earthquake activity in this Aleutian Arc, Dutchie. So let's move on to and bring it into the mix to hear the sirens that were going on today.
Attention. A tsunami warning has been issued for this area. Tune in to a reliable media source for details. Attention.
Okay, now moving into
Warning has been issued for the Alaskan Peninsula and southern Alaska following a magnitude 7.4 earthquake off the coast. The quake struck just over an hour ago, about 55 miles southeast of Sand Point. Officials immediately issued a tsunami warning, urging residents of the coastal area to quickly move to higher ground. There are no reports of injuries or damages. We are keeping a close watch for any new developments.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
And I'm Never Know, Patriot Broadcasting
more
and
great
Liberty
NBC
Tree Radio, field reporter number 8,510. And as always, God bless the Republic. Death to the New World Order. We are on the march. The Empire is on the run. We shall prevail.